Alright guys, so I'm watching my own video I just put up on the dirty 1911. Empty. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Empty. Yeah, I'm watching the video because every time I reply to a comment, it re-ups the page there, and I hear myself start yapping away. And so I end up watching the video again, and I noticed something. And I didn't notice it when I was actually shooting, and the malfunction I was getting, the failure to feed, was not actually a failure to feed at all. It was a user error, something that I was doing wrong. And when I watched the video, I kept watching my hand and my finger placement. I thought, I didn't really think much of it, because I mean, every time I answer a comment, I have to see the same video. Not the whole video, but occasionally I'll watch it again just to see my own video, to see how it came out. And I kind of noticed where my hand was when I was gripping the gun, where my trigger finger is. Okay, you guys know that when you're not shooting, you always rest your finger outside of the trigger guard, okay, on the frame of the gun. You know, you don't put your finger in the trigger guard when you're not shooting. It's always resting here, okay, or above, whatever. It's always pretty much straight out. Well, I noticed my finger placement. And what was happening, and I'm going to try this again for you on camera. I just tested it out. After I watched the video, I'm like, holy crap. You know, that's not the gun's fault. That's my mistake. What's this right here? What's that little nub? Well, most of the gun guys know. That nub is the other side of the slide lock lever. Okay. Now, again, this gun is empty. Okay, as I showed before, no magazine or anything. What I was doing is, before I was racking the slide, my finger was slightly resting on the edge of that piece. So as I racked back, it caught. It actually pushed through very slightly. And if you could see there, let's see, I can tilt this just right so you can see this. Well, anyway, there's a tiny bit of gap right there. You might be able to see just a little, well, not very corresponding here with the light, but anyway, or corresponding, that's not even the right word. I'm not very coordinated. I hate looking at the webcam. Everything's like reversed, so I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, trust me, obviously, the lever is slightly pushed out because as I was racking the slide, I put just a little bit of pressure on the other side of the lever. So now, I'm in this fully locked position. I can't cock it back. It won't go forward. Okay? That's what the issue was. When I go to pull the slide back a little bit, you can't see it because it's going to be on the other side here, but I'm going to push the lever in. Right? Now it's fully locked back. That's what the issue was. Now, the gun is extremely dirty. And when I was looking down in there, when I had the ammo in there, and I go to rack it and it locked, I thought, because it looks like the round is leaning against the feed ramp. So of course when I'm doing the video and when I'm shooting, I'm having this error. I keep looking down and I think, oh crap, you know, it's just stuck on the feed ramp. So of course when I would play with it, well, not play with it, but of course when I try to clear it, when I pushed the slide back, it released the pressure on the lever and it went back into its fully in position, and that's when it freely let the slide go forward and of course load around. So the gun itself is totally fine. This is complete user error. Okay, if you put any pressure on that as you're racking your slide back, it locks it. It makes the gun completely useless at this point. Something, you know, I never even thought of as being an issue. Now, of course, if you CCW in 1911 or open carry, whatever, I don't know if anyone's ever had this issue shooting the 1911s before. I don't know if it's because of the wear. I mean, I put a lot of rounds to this gun, and I kind of beat on it a little bit. I mean, I don't purposely abuse it, but it's not a very expensive gun, so, you know, I don't know if it's my specific lever here that's getting loose, or if it's something I never noticed before, but maybe I always put it here, and all of a sudden, just now, from habit or whatever, I'm putting it a little bit higher and actually putting pressure on that piece. But whatever it is, that's what the issue was, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand up here. Well, move the chair out of the way. I don't have dummy rounds, okay? So I'm gonna be very careful. I am using live ammunition. All I'm gonna do is cycle the gun. But I want to show you, if I'm very conscious of not touching that slide lock lever, the gun feeds perfectly fine, and it's still extremely dirty. So anyway, full magazine. Here we go. No malfunction whatsoever. All right. Move the magazine. I'll pop that one round out. All right. Let's do it again. See? Let me stand back a little bit. Totally 100% functional. It is not malfunctioning because it's dirty. It is extremely dirty. I don't know if you can even see in there. It's filthy. But the rounds feed perfectly fine. I'll pick up the rounds in a minute. Anyway, yeah, so this is a just human error. That's all it is. It was my mistake of actually not being conscious of where my finger is and slightly pushing that. Again, when you start racking the slide back, at some point, if you're putting any kind of pressure on that, it'll actually stop and it'll lock your gun up. Okay, in that case, it actually pushed back. But if you're not conscious of what you're doing, this can be a huge problem. Whether you're actually drawing your gun for defense and you're in condition 3 or whatever, this is another reason why people are going to say condition 3 is horrible, because now you run the risk of, okay, when you rack your slide, are you going to touch that? Are you going to make your gun inoperable? You know. But anyway, yeah, this is something that's never happened to me before. I want to make this video to first off clear the air and say that 1911s are still awesome. Not that I thought they weren't, but even dirty and nasty at just under 800 rounds with this gun, it's still kicking. I was going to clean the thing today, but I guess, I don't know, I guess the test goes on, right? We'll keep running it dirty and dry, like I said before. I thought it was done. I thought it was starting to get malfunctions from it being dirty, but that is not the case. As you saw here, it's just me putting pressure on that. It's not going to function if I literally push that out. Now, if I put a lot of pressure on it on purpose, it'll actually pop almost all the way out. That's not a good thing at all. So be conscious of that. In fact, I was thinking the other day, it's kind of funny. Well, it's not funny at all, but let's say someone draws a 1911 on you, right? And I don't want to make this dangerous, but let's just say I'm over here, okay, and this is a bad person, and they draw 1911, and they have a condition 3 or something, and they go to rack the slide back. If you actually reach out and you push on that, you hold it as they're racking their slide back, and you push hard, it'll shoot that lever right out of the gun and make the gun completely unfunctional. So that'd be a good little scene for, I don't know, an action scene in a movie or something. You know, bad guy pulls the gun, he goes to rack the slide, good guy grabs it, holds that pin out, just shoots out. Literally, as she's sliding, it'll shoot out of the gun, and the slide will just come right off. So, anyway, interesting find. Had I not been watching my own video and noticed this, I would have assumed that it is because it was dirty. So, anyway, that's it. That's an update. The gun's still dirty. I was going to clean it today, but now I'm not going to clean it. I'm going to just keep on kicking, keep going with the testing, and be very conscious of where I've placed my finger now. Like I said, something I never noticed before. So all you 1911 owners, do me a favor. You know, please comment below if you have a 1911. Make sure the gun's obviously clear and everything. Check it. No rounds in the chamber, no magazine or anything. And try this. Put a little bit of pressure. Okay, if on your 1911 your finger happens to be in that area, it should pretty much be on all 1911s, but put some pressure on that, just slightly, and rack your slide back. Let me know if the pin actually comes out. In this case, it did. All right, because I want to know if that's specific to this 1911, if maybe my lever is wearing out, or if it's an issue specific to this gun, or if it's a 1911 issue in general. So please, if you have a 1911, just try this safely at home, and let me know if the exact same thing happens to yours or not. Never had this happen before. So anyway, that's it. Still love the gun. Still love shooting it. It's a blast. It really is such a fun fun gun. I love it. Anyway, let me pick up all my ammo now on the floor, and that concludes the video. There's an update on the 1911. It's still dirty, and I'm still going to shoot it dirty, and we'll see what happens in the future. But for now, it was a user error. My apologies. I made a mistake, and I learned from it now. I'll be more conscious of where I place my finger. But that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, enjoy the rest of your day.